Hi, my name is Richard Ashby. Yeah, so essentially, when it comes to what tax deductions you can claim in your New Zealand tax return, the first thing I usually tell clients is it doesn't matter what type of taxpayer you are. So usually if you're a company or a trust or a partnership or a sole trader, usually the types of tax deductions you can claim are equal. So in other words, there's not a specific structure that will usually provide you a better advantage over another one in terms of tax deductions. We also have a proportionate regime in New Zealand. So as long as you can show that a particular expense that you have incurred in some way, in some percentage, has a connection with either the derivation of assessable income or the running of a business for the purpose of the derivation of assessable income, then usually you can get a tax deduction. Now, when you file your tax return, not every single tax return is reviewed. You know, the Inland Revenue promotes a voluntary compliance regime. So as a New Zealand taxpayer, you're expected to know what you can and cannot claim as a deduction for tax purposes. Then if you get it wrong, should the Inland Revenue come and review you subsequently, you can of course be exposed to quite significant penalties. So if ever you're unsure whether you should be claiming a particular deduction, it always pays to get specialist advice to make sure you qualify. Record keeping is very important. There's an expectation that you keep tax records for at least 7 years post the filing of the relevant tax return that's claimed those tax deductions. And the risk you basically take is if you don't keep sufficient documentation, the Inland Revenue can come along and basically disallow all the expenses that you have otherwise claimed. That of course will create new tax payable in that relevant income year with penalties and interest costs you'll be exposed to. So if in doubt, seek advice, and particularly if you get a tax audit or tax review from the Inland Revenue, it's always first expressions or first comments that you make to the Inland Revenue can be quite important. So ensure that your responses are drafted accordingly, because it's very difficult once you've told the IRD something that may not have been entirely correct or just put in the wrong words, to try and change the view of the Inland Revenue investigator. So it's always prudent to seek advice up front. Kia ora! Welcome to New Zealand. You're watching Kiwiland TV.
如果你覺得我哋嘅資訊係對你有用嘅話，請你記得 like 我哋 ，subscribe 我哋嘅 channel， 我哋一定會繼續努力，拍多啲短片，俾多啲資訊俾大家。多謝。